So the SPY is currently setting up for a highly predictable, lucrative trading opportunity heading into this week. I'm going to be explaining to you step by step the exact levels where we are planning to trade at heading into this week. I'm going to walk you through in terms of where I'm planning to buy call options at and the strategies that I'm planning to use. In terms of the overall weekly chart, we are currently setting up for a potential bullish trend week as the SPY is currently gapping up. I'm going to be explaining to you why, and I'm going to walk you through how to trade the best setups at the best prices. For those of you who are serious about making money, make sure you stay until the end of this overall lesson and make sure you apply in terms of what it is that I'm teaching you at these overall levels. So in terms of the SPY, first things first, I'm going to be breaking down the weekly chart. So based off of the weekly chart pattern, it says in terms of the overall foundation that we are oversold in setting up for a bullish trend week. That's what the pattern says, but in terms of our job as traders is, we have to confirm if it's going to be reacting bullish or bearish at the specific levels. In terms of the last game plan that I made it very, very clear that I wanted to buy call options in terms of a trade idea that I gave you if 610 reacted as support. But 610 did not react as support, so there was no confirmations to buy calls at 610. Therefore, you can try put options. We had one of the members inside of our community make $5,600 following the game plan from Thursday, banking on SPY puts. So big shout out to him. But anyways, in terms of the weekly overall game plan, this is going to be very simple, man. I want you to compare this weekly candlestick right here, green bullish facing to the upside, green bullish facing to the upside. And then the next weekly candle, red bearish facing to the downside, red bearish facing to the downside. You see how they look very similar and very identical in a sense, right? And in terms of a strategy, the SPY was turning previous resistance into support. It was having a break and retest. This is a resistance, right? You see the resistance? This is a break. This is a drop back down. This is a retest. The floor is at the previous resistance. And then it forms this pattern, green facing to the upside, red facing to the downside. Next week, green and bullish, right? Now, in terms of new resistance levels, you can say this is new resistance right here towards this 599.50. Has a break, drops back down to retest, green facing to the upside, red facing to the downside. Therefore, if you were to compare the weekly patterns with the break and retest strategy, it is currently showing that the SPY can potentially be setting up for a bullish trend week, a bullish reversal, as we are at these break and retest levels and currently oversold with a gap that is waiting to fill above at 610. So with that being said, in terms of last time on how this played out, it did end up dropping a little bit under the previous week lows. That's where it ended up bottoming. So in terms of history, it's going to repeat itself in similar cycles. It is our job as traders, once we identify these patterns and these trends, it's our job to capture them in real time and also to confirm them, right? To confirm if that specific level and trend is reacting bullish at that overall level instead of blindly buying at overall levels. Now, there are certain situations where I will look to auto buy on a trade, but those are very, very rare. In terms of an auto buy, that means that the confirmations that I've identified before the level actually hit in real time are good enough for me, and I'm just willing to get in on the trade automatically, and that's more of an advanced strategy. But anyways, not last week, but in terms of the overall pattern, how it played out last time, it dropped a little bit under the previous week lows. Just something to keep in mind. Again, history and these patterns repeat in similar cycles. So what are we currently seeing right now, right? Because we have to trade what it is that we're seeing and react accordingly and confirm that at the overall levels, right? So what we're currently seeing right now is currently setting up for a bullish week. The SPY is currently gapping up. As you can see during extended hours trading session, we ended up closing on Friday at 599.94. Right now we're at 603 during extended hours trading session, so we are gapping up. Now, if you go to the daily chart pattern, the daily chart pattern is currently saying if the SPY gaps up, is gonna try to have an overall bullish day. It could drop at key resistance. In terms of two resistance levels that I'm going to be keeping an eye on, 607, but based off the daily chart pattern, the best level and the main level to buy puts and go short on is going to be 610 for the gap close reversal in the previous Friday high retest, right? But if you were to just look at the overall daily candlesticks, you're going to see right here, you have this red pin facing to the upside, and then you got this red big daily candle, right? And then you got this red pin facing to the downside, and then this big red, daily candle, right? And then the next overall day was bullish, right? So I went back throughout the daily chart and I'm simply highlighting the similar pattern that's setting up. Red candle here faces the downside, next is red, and then you have this bullish gap up and it topped out towards the previous day highs. So based off of how we're setting up, I'm telling you, if we can retrace back towards those previous day highs at 610, or if you're seeing 607 react as a resistance, you can try puts, right? And then you can see again the same pattern. Look at this. So look at this pattern right here: green daily candlestick, red daily candlestick, big red daily candlestick, and then you have this green bullish daily candlestick gap up, right? So just look at these three overall daily candlesticks, and then next day gaps up and it's bullish. Now look at these three overall daily candlesticks, right? Very similar, and it's currently gapping up. So the point is, the SPY is setting up for a bullish day heading into tomorrow. Now there is going to be levels for puts even on a bullish day. So there's going to be two levels: the best level, and I would say an auto buy level, especially for tomorrow. And one thing about auto buy levels, you can set them to expire. So in a sense, I would set this to expire tomorrow, meaning if it expires and it doesn't hit tomorrow, then you're gonna have to use more of a confirmation unless there's a further update, it gets more advanced. But if we hit 610 tomorrow, I would just buy put options automatically without a confirmation. Again, now that is specifically for tomorrow. Now, if we're breaking above 607 and then you see later in today 607 is reacting bearish, you can try puts at 607. That's another level. But 610 is the best level for puts. 607 you can keep an eye on, not the best level for puts. Just keep an eye on it and use a very strong confirmation if you do end up going with 607, right? So just keep that in mind. But the main focus is gonna be, besides that, is to buy call options and follow the overall daily trend and the weekly trend. So in terms of the levels that I have for you, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be using the break and retest strategy and the gap close reversal trading strategy, along with the weekly chart foundation and the daily chart foundation that I provided to you, right? So I can assure you, if you use this information, you're gonna be printing at the speed of light heading into tomorrow. It's gonna be very simple. All you have to do is wait for bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmations at one of these levels and then just buy call options, right? Obviously it's going to be more ideal if it hits a more oversold level, but if you're getting the right confirmation, then you can go with the higher levels, right? So this is the game plan. The game plan is going to be this. The first level for calls, very, very unlikely to hit, is going to be the gap close reversal, $600, right? If we go to 600, you're seeing bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmations, trend reversal 30-minute candlestick confirmations. You're going to want to be buying call options there. Now, in terms of the break and retest levels, right? So I went back throughout the 10-day, 30-minute chart, and I've simply analyzed the levels that are going to have the big moves, the big overreactions, right? So these are going to be the next levels. $600 is your gap close reversal oversold support level, unlikely to hit. In terms of like your next overall levels, 601.50, you can see right here 601.50. This is the overall level, right? So 601.50 is going to be a break and retest level, right? And then in terms of the next level above that, it's going to be the following: 602.50, right? I'm going to go a little bit further back just so you can see more of like a visual in terms of like what it is that I'm talking about when I'm identifying these overall levels, right? But you can see right here, man, it's just very simple. I'm just laying out the overreaction levels. 601.50, next level above that is going to be 602.50. You can see right here 602.50. This is very, very key level, massive move to the upside, right? So 602.50. Next level above that is going to be 603.50. Next level above that is going to be 604.50, right? Based off of the big overall moves, is going to be, in terms of the oversold ones, 601.50, massive move, and then 603.50, overall massive move, right? So those are going to be the overall levels: 601.50, 602.50, 603.50, and 604.50, right? So basically throughout the day, you're going to be looking for bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmations, right? So you can just go back throughout the past 10 days and just study in terms of how the SPY has been reacting on the break and retest and on reversals and on oversold, dip buying opportunities, right? You're looking for a floor, you're looking for a break and retest. So, just to show you some examples in terms of what you're going to be looking for heading into tomorrow, you can see this is resistance on the 30-minute chart, right? Then you have a break above the resistance, you have a drop back down to retest, 30-minute pins, right? At that previous resistance, see how these are top pins bearish, see how these are bottom pins bullish at the previous resistance after it breaks down retest, right? Bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmations, buy the call options. Another strategy you can look for is the following. You're going to be looking for a massive breakout at one of the levels I gave you, and it doesn't even have to be at one of the levels I gave you. If in general you're just seeing a massive breakout, so like right here, for example, 603, massive 603, resistance level, where SPY dropped, massive breakout, so in terms of a massive breakout, ideally 2 points plus, the bigger the better, right? Overreaction to the upside, overreaction to the downside. When it has the break, drops back down to retest, and it's a 2-point move plus on an overall bullish trend day, you're going to be looking to buy call options at that following level. And that following level can potentially be at one of the levels that I provided to you, right? So that's what you're going to be looking for, along with all the patterns that it is that I teach you, right? So the green, red, green, you're going to be looking for the green, red, green floor at one of the levels or at the overreaction break and retest strategy, right? So this is very simple. So the point is, if you use this fucking game plan, green is going to be your choice heading into tomorrow, man. I'm telling you, you should be going green. You should be printing at the speed of fucking light. Losing red should be a personal fucking choice. I'm telling you, use the fucking game plan. Watch. It's going to work. It's going to print at the speed of fucking light. Use this information. Be self-fucking sufficient and apply what it is I just explained to you. And watch. You're going to be making money at the speed of fucking light. When you're green and you're up 15% plus on the options, set fucking profit stops. Green to red is a choice. If you're green and you set a fucking profit stop, you get stopped out for profit. If you're red and you set a stop loss, you fucking lose, right? So use this fucking game plan, print money at the speed of fucking light, and you let me know how it is in terms of, how you did. Because like I said, man, I had people inside of my secure private organization, they were using my game plan, and one guy made $5,600. I don't reply to comments. I don't check fucking comments. But then I go to my comments and I see these fake ass fucking bots talking fucking shit saying, oh, I followed the game plan. I lost money on calls. I'm like, dude, these are fucking bots. It's like this shit is so fucking annoying, man. So anyways, if you're serious about making fucking money, apply the information that I gave to you. And I can assure you, you will be printing money at the speed of fucking light nonstop tomorrow. It is so fucking simple to apply what it is that I just said to you, right? So that's the game plan. That's the training that I have for you. I can assure you, if you apply it, you will be green tomorrow. I'm telling you, the weekly chart, the daily chart, the levels, everything is aligned to fucking work, right? Just to break it down one more time in terms of the ladder, if we do end up gapping down or just reacting bearish in general, this zone right here is where you auto buy calls. 597, 596, 597, auto buy calls, strong key oversold support, along with the measured move on the weekly chart where it's supposed to bottom if it does end up flipping bearish later throughout the week. 598.60, another one to keep an eye on. 600 gap close reversal, 601.50, 602.50, 603.50, 604.50, right? And then these massive moves are going to trigger, massive moves are going to trigger, massive moves are going to trigger, right? So you can see some massive moves are going to trigger. Once that 604.50 is a support level, we're looking at a move right here to the 607, right? And then you can see right here, this is a massive zone, this 607, right? This 607 is a massive fucking zone. If it reacts bearish, we drop back down towards 605. If it reacts bullish, we go to 610. From my understanding, the best level possible is 610 as of now. For put options, 607 is more make or break, but you're looking at a 2.5 to 3-point bracket move, right? And I would tell you to be careful with puts at 607, right? 610, I would just get in. So that's the information. That's the ideas I have for you. Use it and print money at the speed of fucking light tomorrow. You let me know how you did applying this information, right? You have to use the information. You have to apply your fucking self at the fucking levels, right? I mean, in terms of like another thing I can share with you in terms of information that I provided to you, if we're having a massive gap the fuck up, then is likely best to just wait to go back down to some oversold levels and look for confirmations instead of going with the higher fucking levels, right? That's another thing. If you're looking at the overall levels, well, if we're at very, very high levels earlier into the day, it's best to wait for the oversold levels unless we get a strong breakout and then drop back down 2.5 points, right? So again, just giving you information where it's going to print at the speed of fucking light. Now, if we're opening up more towards the oversold levels, then if you're seeing the confirmations, you can look to get in a little bit earlier. So that's just something I wanted to explain to you. Now, in general, if you're seeing the confirmations, you could try it. But again, this can get very, very complex in how you apply this. So that's the game plan. For those of you who want to trade alongside us and gain access to our real-time trade alerts, it's going to be the first link down below within the description. You gain access to a real-time zero-day options trade alert system. As you can see right here, in terms of the real-time zero-day options trade alert system, this is what it looks like. All we do is fucking print at the speed of fucking light. It's unlimited, non-stop fucking winning, man. It's so many fucking, there's some days where there's like 10 fucking trades and it's fucking 8, 9 for fucking 10 in a row. So you get access to, updated morning game plans with key levels of interest, real-time zero-day options trade alert system, risk management 101, right? So we buy cheap, low-risk, far money option contracts to 0 dates only. And we put in our entire max risk per trade as our entire position size. So, if the trade expires worthless and goes to 0, the most we lose is our multiple, our max risk per trade. Whereas other traders, when they get stopped out, they lose their max risk per trade. Well, we don't use stop losses. The way we lose is if our contracts expire 0 and go to worthless and they never go green, because if they went green, we set a profit stop and we get stopped out for fucking profit, right? So we're doing the complete opposite of what everybody else is doing. And it works. Our format works for a lot of traders, man. I'm telling you, we have many, many traders inside of here. We have hundreds of traders who've been with us for nearly 2 years. And I'm telling you, there's people in here who are making consistently $500 to $1,000 of profit day. The gains are just non-fucking stop. It is unlimited fucking printing. So if you want to print with us at the speed of fucking light, is the first link down below within the description, man. Like I said, we had one member just with the game plan. That was just with the information I gave in the fucking video. A $5,600 profit. Big shout out to him, man, because that's what inspires me the most to do this. Is when people take action for themselves. They can use my information and apply it, but at the end of the day, they have to use their mind, they have to use their eyes, they have to take fucking action and apply themselves to it. And when I see people doing that, like, that's genuinely what makes my day. I mean, $5,700 buy and put options. Because if you just listen to the game plan was, I told you, there's multiple trade ideas. The easy money was if 610 reacts to support. Well, you can see right here, it's just red, green, red. That's a bearish pattern. And then just keeps on fucking dropping. And then lower fucking highs for 2 hours. It's like, there was really no reason for calls towards 610. It never reacted as support. So you could try to buy fucking puts, or you could just sit on the fucking sidelines, right? But for those who applied the information, could have had a phenomenal overall, green day. I mean, this pattern right here, this looks similar in a sense too. You can see how it's just kind of like selling off hard, has this sharp gap down, recovers, has this overall move gap down, recovers, right? So I'm telling you, especially if we get into oversold territory here tomorrow, we're going to be recovering. But overall, 610 this week. We're definitely setting up for 610, man. So I'm telling you, tune out all the fucking noise and apply the information I'm giving to you, and I'm telling you, you're going to be printing non-fucking stop, man. Like I said, we have many, many members who are just printing non-fucking stop. It's like, dude, you trade options, your fucking portfolio is going to be straight fucking lines up like that. $1,700 profit, fucking amazing, man. So with that being said, it's the first thing down below in the description. We trade cheap, low risk, far the money option contracts, 0 dates only. We don't use stop losses. Max risk per trade is entire position side of a trade. If we lose on a trade, it never goes fucking green, right? Because if it goes green, we set profit stop when we're at 15%. If it expires worthless, goes to 0, then we lost on the trade. We focus on trading the trend. That's why this entire fucking video has been about the fucking trend, because that's what we're focused on. And I explained to you where we can have the short-term trend reversals with the puts. At 610 is the best level. Keep an eye on 607, not the best fucking level. 610 is the auto buy level, right? So, in terms of some background to the system as well, when we're down 50% on a play, we call that a dead play. Instead of adding to a loser, sometimes we buy a second strike. When we buy the second strike aligned with the trend, it tends to be towards the lows, and it tends to print like fucking crazy, man. It's fucking insane what you can do with fucking options, man. Far out of the money options give you unlimited fucking options. That's the beauty of them. Very, very cheap, low risk to get started, and they offer the biggest percentage gains within the market. And they're very advantageous because it's the biggest percentage gains, and you don't need stop losses, and you have the entire day for the contracts to either go green, and they can go very, very green, especially if you time it well before they go in the money. And then you set the profit stop, get stopped out for profit. But the point is you have the entire day for the contracts to go green. And if they go deep in the money, you can make the biggest percentage gains within the overall market, right? And your entire max risk per trade is what you put into the contracts. So I tell people all the time, man, if you can't afford to risk $50 on a trade, like in terms of the prices of the contracts we trade, And we have a lot of people with small accounts, they just trade with one contract because people realize in terms of like a style of trading with real money, this is the only way to do it. In 2025, if you are trading with real fucking money and you're in the stock market, there's no other fucking system that's going to get you anywhere. Trading shares is not going to get you anywhere. Trading penny stocks is not going to get you anywhere. In terms of results, it's far out of the money option contracts, right? If you know how to fucking trade options, everybody would trade in far out of money option contracts. They would not be going in the money. It doesn't make any fucking sense to pay more, risk more, and make less percentage gains when you could have far out of the money option contracts that are 0 dates and they give you all these options where you don't need a fucking stop loss. You can make unlimited percentage gains. You have the entire day to hold the fucking trades to go green or in the fucking money, right? It's like, it's nice to be in a trade knowing it can go up unlimited percentage, and if it goes to fucking 0, the most I lose is what I put in, which is my max risk per trade. So it removes the stop loss and allows me to comfortably hold the trade throughout the entire day. And the beauty of the trades that I'm holding is we're trading the fucking trend. So I hope that makes sense. Like I said, we do the complete opposite of what everybody you're fucking watching is fucking doing. That's what we're focused on. So you can see, man, in terms of the prices we pay, very, very cheap, 63, 60. For small accounts, is best to trade during power hour. If you trade during power hour on a small account, we're paying less than typically 100 cents on SPX contracts, around 50 cents a contract, multiplied by 100, it's $50. And in those particular SPX trades, you can make 1,000% plus. If you make 1,000% gain, you can have 9 consecutive 100% losses in a row or 18 50% losses in a row and still be green in that overall situation. So with this system, not only is it amazing for small accounts and rich people who prefer to pay less and make more, but it's also amazing for a strong foundation where you don't need a high win rate. The beauty of making the biggest percentage gains in the market is you do not need a high win rate to sustain profitability and to survive within the market and to compound your overall account, right? So I'm trying to put you on to the game. In terms of this style of trading, you have to be a true professional and you have to have many, many, many years of experience. Like I said, we have over a decade of experience. You could trade alongside us. G-Roar, he's a multi-millionaire as well. And you could print with us at the speed of fucking light because I'm telling you, all we fucking do is print and win non-fucking stop. I mean, in terms of my trading on Friday, it was not my best day. I just kept going with fucking calls. I think a lot of the reasoning behind that, but it was later in the day. It wasn't at the overbought levels. I was trying to catch an oversold reversal. I think one of the reasons behind that is because I was just so used to an adjusted buying calls because that's all I was doing throughout the entire week and all I did was fucking print. But it's like, dude, if you can't be fucking profitable on one fucking red week, on one fucking red day, and then all the other trades are fucking green, then don't fucking trade. In terms of like our red to green ratio per day wise, it's above 90%. That means we're green on our days 9 out of 10 times. Now, that doesn't mean that, 9 out of 10 trades are green, but that means overall we're green on our trading days 9 out of 10 times, thanks to risk management and thanks to the big percentage gains, right? So if you're serious about trading alongside with us, it's going to be the first link down below within the description. And like I said, it's just unlimited, non-stop fucking printing and fucking winning. So you get access to our secure private organization, our community, right? And you gain access to a real-time zero-date options trade alert system. You gain access to the profit section. You can post, your profits alongside members, right? So by trading alongside us, you will gain experience, and you will also get to see us execute our game plans in real time. We send out our trade alerts in real time, right? So like I said, man, the one who creates the plans and who has the most experience is going to be able to do this best. And I'm telling you, if you're in our group, you're going to see it done in real time. And trading alongside us, you're going to gain a lot of experience and knowledge throughout trading by trading, because that's how you become a better trader, by trading. So it's the first link down below in the description if you do want to join us. And I can assure you, if you use tomorrow's game plan, you wait for the right place to come. So basically, you're just looking for a strong break and retest, 2-point plus breakout, drop back down retest, right? Look for confirmation. Or you're looking for a massive pullback, right? 2 points plus. And then when it hits one of the levels I gave you, once it pulls back, you're waiting for a confirmation, right? So I'm giving you some of the levels. Now, if you're going to be self-sufficient, it's your job to apply what it is that I just said with the levels that I gave you, right? I'm just saying we're going to be able to do it the best and time it the best and know the exact strikes to be selecting, and we know the best times to be trading. So if you want to gain that experience, trade alongside us, it's going to be the first link down below within the description. Far out of the money option contracts becomes a very complex game. And if you don't know what you're fucking doing, you're going to get fucking destroyed. But if you know what you're doing, that's the edge, man. Far out of the money options give you unlimited options. So it allows someone to create a unique edge within the market, that's very advantageous. And that's what we've done. We've created a real-time zero-date options trade alert system that prints money at the speed of fucking light. It's unlimited fucking winning. It's unlimited fucking printing. If you want to trade alongside with us, is the first link down below within the description. We're going to absolutely crush it. Head into this week. I'm looking forward to it. I will see you guys tomorrow within the chat.